I'm sorry I pulled y'all's legs.
How goes it, window lickers, in your house, fans, household, as we call you, Chaos Goblins, emergency broadcast people? How are you doing? We're doing great here in your house.
It's an emergency!
There's an emergency in Bruzy's butt. Bruzy, what is going on? You're the newest guy here. Since you
What's
like
up?
to interrupt everything, let's bring you on first.
He also
IYH is
likes to do spelling bees.
oh my god, yeah. We won't even get into that. We don't want to shame Bruzy this early in his in your house career.
Shame
How
him. I
goes
don't
it, Bruce Cruz?
It goes. They just issued a tornado warning, so that's interesting. That's what that noise
Well,
was.
choose life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see right quick. I'm doing good. I can't complain. I watched Raw broke it up over the past probably 12 hours, but I finally got through it all.
Yeah.
Nice.
Slow burn, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Slow and steady,
Almost
yeah.
like the clap.
I wouldn't know.
Slow. Well, you see where you're from, I understand that, sex education probably was not a big thing in the school system. So we just had a lady with a corn cob and a condom, and she was like, if you do this, you'll be safe. We're like, okay, cool. There we go. So there you go, fans. You got updated on what we learned in our schooling. Speaking of learning and schooling, he is the head of the class. He is the teacher. We call him Teach. We bring him apples. He is Kevin Kalloway, the Chaos Goblin. How goes it, Kevin?
Funny enough, when I was a substitute teacher, would go by Teach. So that works out great.
Yeah.
Easy transition.
I could
for
see
me.
that. I could see you in a tweed jacket and leather patches on the elbows.
I had thought about the tweed look at one point. Can't pull it off. My shoulders are too broad.
Right. I won't buy it, Kevin, because I've seen you and I think anything. I'd be the guy in the 80s montage with you trying on clothes going, yeah.
But it doesn't work at all.
Yeah. Well, you see, that's the humor of it. And that's what makes us giggle. So that's what we do. Bruzy, you let us know if anything gets too severe over there. You got to call NEM and all them, save Toto, and we'll gracefully let you off the show.
Thank you.
But before we get into our Monday Night Raw discussion, fans, we brought Bruzy onto this little shindig that we do. And he's like, hey, guys, I like to do things and have facts and bring them to the fans. And we said, you know what, Bruzy, do that. And last week we had a kickoff of it. It went fairly well. The fans enjoyed it. I mean, they were arguing back and forth in the comments. So we updated it this week, and we gave it some legs and some little things to show you that we're taking this shit seriously. So Bruzy, why don't you hit us off with your segment?
Alrighty. This week's Raw Obscure Fact is: which segment holds the record for the highest rated quarter hour in Monday Night Raw history? Is it A, Mankind presents Rock, This Is Your Life from 1999? Stone Cold Steve Austin defeats The Undertaker to win the WWF Championship, also in 90. Actually, most of these are 98 and 99. Option C, Mike Tyson joins DX. Or D, the debut of Chris Jericho interrupting The Rock, also 1999.
Okay. All right, fans. So as you see right there, towards the graph, we have a QR code. if you click that QR code, you're going to be able to vote. We will give the results of this at the end of the show. And throughout the show, we will keep popping it up and letting you guys see where it's at, where we're going. Yes, I know there's 6 options. That's because I have fat fingers, and sometimes I hit extra buttons. This program doesn't allow you to erase those. They say, hey, once you got them up there, dickhead, they're up there for life. So, that's what they are. But you do have 4 options, and Kevin, me and you get to play this game. So which one do you think it is, Kev?
Oh, man, I was going to scan the QR code.
Well, do that too. Do that too.
I was going to guess, I don't think it's Tyson joining DX, because I think that's too early.
Mm-hmm.
It could be Jericho, only because of the hype behind it.
True.
But this would be a quarter hour, not views after as well. And I think it's one of the most viewed segments after the fact. That leaves me with Austin Taker versus Mankind and Rock. I'm going to go Mankind Rock. I'm going to say This Is Your Life.
You're going to go with the Mankind Rock, which was a very big one.
It was a big segment.
I will say, I would think that the Austin beating Taker would have probably been one of the ones that was most watched after the fact. Man,
I do think Jericho has an outside shot at this,
dude.
In the sense
that's
that
where my mind's going.
It was very hyped up because of the whole countdown thing. It could have drawn a huge audience, which is the key.
Yeah, and weren't they doing that over the course of
a long time?
Maybe 2 months.
Yeah, it was a long time. So, and a rule in promoting is essentially if you want to get something, you promote. And one of the best promotions that they've probably had is Jericho's debut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Regardless of the outcome of it, it was best
That's
promotion.
where I think I'm at, Kevin. I think I got to go Y2J. Because you're right. That build was huge. Yeah. And Bruzy, do not tell us the answers of this. we will get the answer of it later on. But we do have Fightin's One chiming in. So look at that. You're bringing in some people talking about it. He said, "This Is Your Life" switched me from WCW to WWF.
Which is why I guessed it, because it was in the heat of the war and one of the Heat of the Rock segments, and when he was at his highest.
Yeah, that was Face Rock and Face Foley as the Rock and Sock connection.
Yeah. So that's what led me there, because Austin defeating Taker, I think it came more out of nowhere than it was a build. And Tyson joining DX, I think, also kind of came out of nowhere. And because of that, they hyped Tyson being there, but not joining DX.
And he was there the night before that pay-per-view. With the Royal Rumble.
Yeah. So I think a lot of these moments, if not all of these moments, are some of the most rewatched in history. But as far as when they got people there, I think Tyson joining DX, I feel, is my last place on this list.
Okay.
Not because Tyson can't draw or anything. It's just I don't know if it exactly drew it then. I don't know if it was then or later.
All right.
No, that makes sense because they were in the midst of it. They weren't. Yeah. So,
any of these are viable picks, though. This is just the logic
100%.
that's going through my head. I could be absolutely wrong.
And like we said, fans, we'll keep going back to that the further we get into the show, and see what we come up with on that one. That'll be interesting. I believe we had somewhat Big Glenn said a comment. I don't even think
light blue was
Briscoes
Mankind Rock.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he said either Mankind Rock or Briscoe Patterson. First off, that's not even an option.
But it could have been. It was option E. It was option E.
Yeah, maybe. All right, Bruzy. So we got that kicked off. Again, we got the QR code up there. You can get in there, let us know what you think. But let's dive into Monday Night Raw. You know what? Before that, fans, if you're out there and you're trying to get your wellness journey kicked off and you want to do so and you want in your house's help, we can do that at Goalie Nutrition for 25% now. We went from 10 to 25%. We are stepping up in the sponsor game. So go out there, type in the promo code in your house, and you should be able to get that 25%. It's active, it's ready to go, and your wellness journey is, well, it's always ready to go. It's just needing you to kick it in gear and let In Your House help you out with that journey. So fans, go there, type in the promo code, get your discount, and start getting healthy. Start working that mind, gut, and all over body. 25% is a big deal, Kev. Look at those guns. Get big. I love it. All right, fans, let's talk some Monday Night Raw. Kevin, we talked about it before we went just a little bit because, we're professionals. We don't have to talk that much. Your discussion, I kind of want to save till last since all three of us know where that one's going in a sense. So we're going to let you go last on that. So with that, Bruzy, why don't you kick it off again this week?
All right. Appreciate it. This was my first time. I'm going to talk about Raquel Rodriguez versus Sol Ruca. This is my first time ever seeing Sol Ruca wrestle. I really liked her. She reminds me of kind of like Javon Evans, but female version. She's very lanky. She can move, and her match with Raquel Rodriguez was really entertaining to me. I don't know if I've ever actually seen Raquel Rodriguez in a match either, and I didn't know.
I like her in matches.
Yeah, she's really good. I've always liked her on the outside of the ring or in the back when they cut promos. She's always kind of she's got that glamazon, big. I like when I say glamazon, I think of
Beth Phoenix.
Beth Phoenix, yeah. And then you got even further back like China, but I look at more like a Beth Phoenix than a China. But yeah, I thought the match was really well. I didn't know she had never won a singles title before, so that was interesting. And she's been in the company, what? Has it been 5? Less than that? Maybe 5 years? And I don't know if that includes NXT or not.
I think NXT is longer, but as far as main roster, I want to say 4 or 5, yeah.
What did she win? She won... Is there a women's... Forgive me. Is there a women's tag?
Yes, she has won that.
She has won that? Okay.
She has won that.
Gotcha.
But she's never had a singles title.
And she got her nose busted open good this match.
Boy, did she.
I assume it was dirt from the moonsault on the outside. Maybe her knee clipped her.
Yeah, so
Sol Ruca's.
Not to take away from the discussion, but that's happened to me before too. I was in a 5-way match, and if you over-rotate on your moonsault, your knee can hit right here, and that's what happened to me to break my nose.
Damn.
Yeah. So I suspect that that's probably what happened, or like tilted her head back too much. I didn't see all of the moonsault when I was watching, so I didn't see exactly how it landed. I doubt she balled up like the guy that hit me.
Right.
So chances are it was a miscalculation rather than a guy fucking up.
I was surprised because I don't know if I looked away for a quick second and I saw the moonsault happen, and next thing I know, she's got blood all over the place, and it's so bad enough you actually have the ref put the gloves on, but she actually got like a towel when Raquel had Sol in a submission hold and just went over there and just wiped her face because it was so much blood, which was nice of the referee. But yeah, overall this match was really well. A lot of back and forth. You think, oh, it's 1-on-1, nobody's on the outside, but of course that changes at the end. Voices girl Roxanne comes out, and you think, oh, okay, and then on the other side, Liv's on the other side, and she gets the real hit on her. And Raquel finishes up with I think was it a power bomb? That was a devastating move, and she just covered her up and won her first women's championship.
Yeah,
singles women's championship.
She does the single arm power bomb. They call
that was nice.
The Tejana bomb, I think, or the Tiana bomb.
Yeah, the Tejana.
Tejana, yeah.
That was really nice. Shows a lot of strength, and Sol moves really well, so she was able to sell it really well also. But yeah, the 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, they. I like the match. I like both women I like what they're doing in matches and how they're being presented. I do think Raquel deserved a singles title last year, but I do like where she's at right now, and I do think that this winning this title is showing that they're going to start the division inside the Judgment Day. There's just something about Raquel getting that title, and then I'm almost certain Io's winning.
I'm getting that feeling that Io is going to win at SummerSlam now.
And
or
then
they might have the aesthetic of both of them holding titles for a hot second, but Liv isn't going to hold on too much longer, I don't think.
You don't think so? Yeah,
no, I don't.
either.
If she holds it past SummerSlam, it won't be long.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So me and you were pretty much on the same page with that.
Yeah.
But yeah, Kevin, what were your thoughts on this segment?
I actually, this match was one of my bright spots for the night. Not just because I loved seeing Raquel get the title and get that singles win, and just in general, I think she's worked really hard. She's done a lot to change things ever since, and we've talked about this a lot in the past, Voice. But we talked about how Kevin Nash gave her advice, and she went, "Oh, you're right," and then just fucking applied it, and it was night and day. She
100%.
She wasn't coming out as smiley Raquel who just flexed back muscles. She came out and she had a swagger to her. She came out, she literally she took that advice from Nash and then she went, "Let's just watch some Diesel tape." And then she watched Diesel tape and then she said, "I could do that." And then she did it. And
no, you're right.
I love seeing that progression when like someone starts to get it. And Raquel started to get it about a year ago. She needed time with it. I think it would have been lightning in a bottle to have her get that title win a year ago, but I don't know if she would have been ready to hold the title with that level of persona and use of like what she was doing with herself. Now it's much more defined. Now we have seen her. Now we know what to expect. Her matches are structured as if she is the giant to be chopped down, and I love watching those matches with people like that.
Yeah.
And Soul is a really good foil to that in the sense that Soul is someone who's going to jump around and like twirl around on someone who's larger, and the larger person just has to stand still until they don't. And it's a good match though, because the art of that trickery and the art of the magician's code, so to speak, you don't notice it because someone else is always in motion. But Raquel doesn't move a lot. And the reason is because the more she moves, the lesser size kind of means sometimes. Man, Raquel's one of my favorite women's workers that they got in WWE right now. I really like what she's been doing. And I hope she gets a nice title run out of this. I don't want this to be too short. I don't need like Gunther long of like a year length.
Right.
But if she could hold it for a clean 4 to 5 months and just keep a death grip on it, I think that would go really well, especially if that starts creating division in the Judgment Day when she is holding a title and Liv is not.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say two things. One I forgot. I loved at the end when Liv was holding up her hand, and then it made me think, oh, who's usually next in line for the women's title? The Intercontinental. So I was like, oh, that could be cool to see them go at it in the future. What you were just talking about, the division. So I could definitely see that coming soon.
Yeah, I think that's kind of what Voice got at too. With we're planting those seeds of division finally within the women of the Judgment Day, as opposed to just Rhea and Liv when they did that. Yeah. I think we've got something here.
Do you see them feuding with the Vision?
No.
Because Division and the Vision, I didn't know.
No. No, I see those two heel tag teams staying away from each other because it's not AEW.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. All right, fans, there you go. There's still the poll. We sent the link in to the chat. I wasn't sure if the QR code's working. I tried it and it just sent me to the
It sent me to Eve Mux as well, so I think it's wonky. But that's all right.
So
we got
go
the
ahead
link in
and
the chat.
click that link and look at that. Y2J is winning it, man.
Look at that.
Look at me pick things. Look at that. That's amazing. All right, so fans, keep going with that. Again, click that link in the chat, and you'll be able to get over there and vote really quickly. It's just a side link, and it's a quick click of a button. Speaking of moving on and clicking buttons, let's talk about the buttons that were pushed of the voices. Okay. So my segment is going to revolve around the Danhausen segment with Joe Hendry. But it's not going to be specifically about that. It's going to be about the reactions of talents of the past, legends of the past. I consider this guy a legend in the commentary team. He was a part of a lot of the silliness that I adored back in the day. And I want to direct my comments directly to the coach, Jonathan Coachman. And I watched his, I think it was like a 8 to 10 minute rant about how this Danhausen segment was the worst segment WWE has ever done. It was the silliest segment WWE's done. He doesn't understand why they're doing this. And he also added that this is destroying Dominic Mysterio's legacy.
No.
First off, Jonathan Coachman is around from the era in which him and the other commentators would openly just yell puppies and then drool over women in a ring. They would say horribly sexualized things about women and laugh about it. They would also, Jonathan Coachman, if I was to pick the worst segment, didn't you have a match on Monday Night Raw?
Ooh.
And wasn't it god awful? And a lot of people said, what the fuck are you doing? We also had a moment in time in which our commentary team would go up to a podium and tell us what the ding had to say.
Ding.
Danhausen is a unique, grown, self-made individual who got seen by the bright lights, and the bright lights said, we can do business. They did business last night. I don't care if you don't like musical segments, things like that. That was a break inside of what we get all the time. And all the time we get some big name, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, CM Punk, all these guys coming out here and talking about finishing stories and you fucked me over years ago and we're still on this and you gave me a boo-boo back then and I'm still holding. We see that and we do love that because it tells those stories. But what Danhausen and Joe Hendry did worked inside their storytelling of their world. And fans like me, I can't speak for you guys, but fans like me love those moments. I don't care that it was a bit long, the song. I mean, they went into almost a mini concert for like if you were doing a pop-up concert in a mall. We got 2 songs. We got Joe Hendry doing his thing, then a fucking solo with one hand being played on an organ, and then into this Danhausen new song. I liked it. I liked the fact that we had the Minihausens. Was that the Clippers cheerleaders that were out there?
Yeah, it was.
So you're involving LA in that moment. And then you're also involving another thing from the boxing world that they're trying to set up and build and make a big thing. He's involved. Am I missing something in the entertainment value, Kevin Bruzy? Why would somebody who has the catalog that Jonathan Coachman has, that we can go into any platform and look up his silliness that he's done over the years, why would he say something like this?
Attention. I mean,
that's what you think. That's where you think it's just baseline attention.
Baseline attention. Go ahead, Bruzy.
I was just gonna say one of the worst angles I could think of was when he was there, Katie Vick.
Yeah.
I mean, that's probably one of the worst segments ever, and that was like 2002, 2003. I was just like, that's stupid. How is this anywhere compared to that?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
you can even look at other stuff. I think some of the worst segments and the worst stories that you could possibly go across would be like the Kennel from Hell match was fucking garbage. All bad. Everything involved with it made both competitors look worse on the backside of it, including like I was listening to a couple of historical things recently this week, and like Big Boss Man, Big Ray Trailer, like he is a prodigy of the industry, and it made him look bad. Like that's what people remember now is the stupid goddamn Kennel from Hell match. It was that fucking bad and toxic. Will this be remembered that way? No. It will be remembered as a blip, as in probably not remembered at all. I think with this segment specifically, I have my own issues with it. I think they picked the wrong crowd for this segment.
Yeah.
Is really what their issue was. And I'll get more into that later with my segment. But I think they could have done without the dancers. I think it just went too long. I think that was my problem with it, because if they just did the "You Are Cursed" and had that, and the Mini-Housens were out there doing their Mini-Housen things, and we didn't have dancers for an extra minute and a half, that's when it started dragging on. And because they just said the same stuff over and over. If they had like a verse, that would have been sick. Yeah, have Joe Hendry go up there and do another verse. Like, fuck it, he can do that. I know he can do it. I've watched him do it.
Yeah, he can.
But instead, they just said the same thing over and over and over again, and eventually, like, that just doesn't work. And the dancers themselves are better on a stage. And I know you're trying to treat the wrestling ring like a stage, but unless they're in the fucking ring, it's not the stage.
Yeah.
They're on the outside. They're security.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Yeah.
I hate to, but this storm's getting really close, so I've got to go.
Okay. Bruzy.
Okay, Bruzy.
Alrighty.
Take care. Let us know
Stay safe.
anything.
Woulda.
Yeah,
Alrighty.
Stay safe, brother. Let us know you're okay.
Woulda.
All right, guys. So you seen that Bruzy? Well, we got interrupted with his the emergency broadcast going off at the beginning. He's got some tornado watches happening in his area, so you know we'll all think of Bruzy and hope he's okay. Things like that. And while we're getting into comments here, Fighting's one. No, you are not wrong, because he pushed an emotion. And that's what that's supposed to do.
Even if you don't like Danhausen and you want him to get stomped out, like, cool, he pushed an emotion. There was something that cared. Yeah. Was it the desired emotion? Probably not, but at least it pushed something.
Exactly.
At least it pushed something.
Exactly. Yeah, and Kevin, I agree with you. There's a lot of time. Well, I wouldn't say a lot of time, but a minute and a half could have been cut out of that.
Yeah.
I see kind of where they were trying to go with involving the
Clippers dancers and things.
The Clippers
you get the integration.
Yeah.
They have big NBA ties with Danhausen. Like, it makes sense.
Yeah, it does make sense, but again, if there was another verse in there, I mean, I was waiting for another verse.
You know where I actually would have done it. God, I wish they had the stage for this these days. But they used to have, for like Raw is War, they would have the up platform for the entrance ramp, and you'd walk down it, right? Mm-hmm. They don't have that anymore. But if they had that, you know where this segment would have been perfect? The fucking entrance ramp. Because if you'd have had the big entrance ramp like they used to in like the 2000s, they only recently got rid of it so that they could minimize costs. I think it was post-COVID that they got rid of it. And where I would have done a segment like this is in the entranceway, because then that's the stage. You can have the dancers on the outside, and then when Danhausen gets attacked, they can still be there. They don't have to be gone. Because when Danhausen gets attacked, they can't be in the ring. Like, the planning for this segment was just not overly well done, if I'm being honest. Because there's a lot of things I would do to change the visual of it, because this is a segment that can work. We've seen this kind of segment work. This is not the dumbest segment I've ever seen. It wasn't a super well thought out one, but the concept of this segment is solid in the context of we do goofy shit in wrestling all the time.
Yeah, and I kind of thought JD and Dom brought some type of legitimate, like, we're annoyed feeling with this. I mean, the way they were
It was
laying
interesting
into
to have the
Danhausen.
UFC fighter into that too, because
Yeah.
I'd love to have an integration more that way with Ryan Garcia if they're gonna do something like that where he does a conga line and then attacks him himself, and then Judgment Day attacks him. I mean, fuck it.
Yeah.
Then Danhausen
Yeah.
comes out with a fighter, and then they brawl away or whatever however to protect themselves. Who gives a shit?
Well, and yeah, I like where your mind's at though. I really do, because he did it with the basketball and the Knicks. You could almost use Danhausen as that bridge for the entertainment world, because the entertainment world seems to get what he's doing.
Yeah.
And they're enjoying it.
Yeah, because
I mean,
it's
and
goofy
even-
shit. It's goofy internet shit. It's perfect. It's Svengoolie, like we've said forever. He's just Svengoolie.
Dude. Yeah, and you add Joe Hendry
Yeah.
into that. I mean, come on, he's the next level of Danhausen, you know, a more polished version for a actual gimmick of a wrestler, not
Yeah.
a gimmick of a creature of the night, you know.
Right. I like the
and
pairing of those two together because I think there's a lot of
I do too.
there is a lot of stuff that they can do in different ways with different shit and different gags. Even the same gags done different ways. I think it gives both of them more life because they have
Yeah.
someone to play off of. Hendry alone and Danhausen alone will only last for so long if you overexpose them. If you pair them together, their shelf life is longer. I think in this case because you have different.
I agree with you.
You have
And it
different
even
comedies.
100%, and it extends even further with the opponents they pick for them.
Yeah.
I mean, Dom and JD, they've been running this story for a while. They're still asking for their money, and it's
Yeah.
still entertaining.
Yeah.
I'm still enjoying it. I get where you're at. Fighting's one. Some people, Danhausen's not their
not their
cup of tea, and that's fine. He understands that. He's still gonna be Danhausen.
But-
You're not gonna change.
But for Coachman to act like this is worse than gobbledygooker, like I don't know, dog.
Yeah,
You-
Sometimes
I
I
did a
wish
whole
these.
blog about not talking in definitives, and this is one of those times.
I know. I
This
know.
is one of
And
those times. You don't say of all time, because if you say of all time, there is too much history.
Yeah. And we talked about it, I mean, a couple weeks ago when Foley came to AEW. Me and you had a discussion about it, and I was like, this dude's out here saying this is the best wrestling he has ever seen. Like, Kevin, we know his catalog. This is not the best wrestling you've ever seen.
It's not. He
by
was there in the
far.
territories. He's watched
Yeah,
tape of
yeah.
Bruno. Like, come on.
Dude. Yeah. And I understand he's going out there and doing what's
He's
best
pumping up
for
the
the company. Yeah, he's with the company. But I will say that redemption, and I know this is an AEW, but that redemption moment, that to
was
me is
something.
going way too far.
It was something.
Way too far with that. Yeah.
It
But
was
we won't
something.
go into that, Kevin. We got other shows. We could talk into that one. But let's get into what you wanted to talk about, because my ears perked up when I heard you say your idea for this. So, Kevin, I am the student. Teach me.
Okay, so I will start off by saying, and I usually come on here and I try and be as positive as possible, and I try and look at what they were doing, and I try and figure out what business they want behind things. So, like, for example, we talked about Danhausen and Joe Hendry. I would not have included the dancers because it was too long, but I see where they were going with the business of it. There were so many segments on this taping, on this broadcast, whatever you want to call it, that furthered nothing for their bigger feuds and gave nothing to the fans. It was, for a SummerSlam go-home show, this was weak as fuck. It was not good. And I say this with as much due respect as I can. You already sold me on a lot of these matches, which tells me if you don't have enough for the go home to make it more exciting, that you took too long getting here. Roman and Seth could have been a video package that was better than what they did in the ring. Oba and Brock could have been a video package that was better than they did in the ring. And especially, and I'll get to it, actually, since we'll have extra time, I'll get to the extra internet chatter about the Oba powerbomb thing later, too.
Okay.
We'll have some extra time at the tail end, I think. You did so much on this show to do so little. And it just felt... I don't feel like I wasted my time watching this. I don't. But... I was doing other things while I watched most of this. I didn't have to tune in because I would see Roman and Seth come out and I'd go, all right, they're going to talk about history. All right, they're going to talk about S.H.I.E.L.D., family. Vin Diesel's going to fucking WWE's Vin Diesel is going to come out here and talk about goddamn family for the 20 millionth goddamn time. I get it. I'm already ready for the match. You've already sold me. If you've already sold the audience and you have nothing, find fucking something else.
100.
Because we used to have SmackDowns that would go before, like... We would have SmackDowns before SummerSlams or WrestleManias where it would just recap video packages and do, like, a couple, like, matches here or there, and that would be the SmackDown. I would have preferred that for some of these matches. Because doing the segment in the Hell in a Cell with Obad's opening thing, like, it did more to hurt both of them than it did help them. Seth and Roman went out there and said the same thing for the third or fourth week in a row. And it just didn't seem, it seemed like they were on fumes. They got lucky with Io and Liv in the sense that they did the exact same thing, but with a different outcome. So that one worked. But it didn't really further much with Liv and Io. And Liv and Io's match, while I think will be good, I'm excited for the match. They haven't done much to build it, probably because of trying to protect Liv or something. I don't know. The booking of this show baffled me. And usually I'm not baffled. I'll usually see what they were doing, whether I thought it was successful or not, or whether I thought it was good or not, whether anyone thought it was good or not. I don't know. When you have this TV time, all TV time is precious. I enjoyed the matches on this card for the most part. But as far as matches go, none of these matches are going to be what's featured on SummerSlam. Nobody wrestled on this card that will be at SummerSlam. The only thing that really furthered any tensions, I think, effectively into a SummerSlam match on this card was the 6-man tag. And that was the LA Knight, Fatu, Solo Sikoa, all of that segment. You gave them a one-up over the Bloodline going into a match they're probably going to lose. Because they're going to want Fatu to go over in general. And just Bloodline in general. But you
Kevin,
did more... I think they did more to hurt their two largest matches going into here from a Raw perspective than they did help.
I agree with that. You spoke of the Bloodline LA Knight solo match. Have you heard the rumors or fans' opinions that they're cutting they're basically cutting Fatu down. He's not rising like everybody else and I think it's due to Solo's, like, he's rising again. Solo, for me, he's hitting on another level. I don't think Jacob's coming down at all. I still love where Jacob's at.
Yeah, so I agree that Solo is on the rise. But I don't know what the fuck program everyone else is watching if they're saying Fatu is getting cut down. I don't know, because we're not watching the same show. I haven't seen...
Yeah.
Nugget! I haven't... Nugget! Buddy! Buddy. Are you done?
I'm protecting the house,
right.
Dad.
He's protecting us from Mom, who just got home.
Yeah. Well, sometimes
he's
you have
excited. We're not watching the same program, though. Back to my point, because Solo. No, Roman's still more over. People, it's no. Solo as a face is more over than Solo used to be, but he's not more over than Roman is. There's too many ones in that crowd dog. I disagree. Solo gets cheers now, which is good. Solo is on the rise. Hey, baby. Solo is on the rise. Solo is doing more with the time that he is allotted every single week.
I agree.
However, if you're watching the same program that's happening, you're also watching Fatu lay goddamn waste to everybody in his way. So I don't see how we're undercutting Fatu. We're simply keeping Fatu here so that we can bring Solo up with him. Yeah. That's what's happening. And it's also happening with Royce Keys, and it's also happening with LA Knight. We're taking the bloodline and essentially giving the rub to the other guys, looking like they could do things to the bloodline and believing that there might be a shot, which I couldn't say there isn't a shot. I doubt it. I think the bloodline is going to stay strong going into, you know, the umpteenth goddamn War Games. But I don't see where fans are coming from, or where internet chatter is coming from, rather, in saying, like, oh, you know, two people can't be pushed at the same time. Bullshit. They can't be. They can't be pushed in the same position at the same time. So, like, if a guy is getting pushed into the world heavyweight title picture, we can't have another person getting pushed as a world heavyweight champion. Like, it's just not going to work that way. But they can be pushed simultaneously and used to help each other go up. And I agree, Solo has found his character now. And I agree with you there, Fightin'. Solo has such good timing when it comes to mic work right now. And I don't know if I would put him on the same level as MJF yet. I think he's still growing into it. Whereas MJF has been doing the same kind of character in similar but different ways at times throughout his entire career at AEW especially, and kind of before that. But Solo now, in the last year, has really, really picked up exactly where he fits in. And I was worried about him for a while. In the sense of, like,
a lot of us were.
Is a homie even going to have a job?
Well, I thought once Jacob came, it was only a matter of time before they were, because Jacob was hitting. It was like Jacob was hitting everything that they wanted Solo to be as that character.
Because they made Solo Jacob Fatu light for his first iteration, but now they have actual Jacob Fatu. So what did they need Solo for? Well, Solo saw that and went, well, I'm not going to be Jacob Fatu anymore.
Mean Metal Mike, I'm going to tell you this. We have predicted Zilla for so many appearances
that
like
6 months.
Until he shows up, I don't give a fuck. Until Zilla fucking shows up on my screen, I am done with that dude has made me look like a fool every PLE since his even thought of being in WWE.
I agree with your sentiment. For the sake of the comment and for discussion, if he does debut, where would you put it? In the tag match or in Roman Seth?
I would have to do tag match.
Okay.
I think if you do Roman Seth, you're adding too much into something that people already want to see.
Sure.
There's no rhyme or reason for it. Because I don't know. I would just have to say the tag just because I need Roman Seth to be some type of clean.
So I actually agree with you on that. The way that they've been building and the way that Seth has been talking throughout the entirety of their build-up is Roman can't beat me alone. Roman can't beat me alone. Roman can't do it. And Roman has been like, I got to do it to prove it to my family that I'm the tribal chief, that I am Vin Diesel's next of kin. And if that's the story that they want to tell, now that doesn't mean they don't do an interference spot here. But if they want to keep Roman face, he's got to keep his fucking word.
Yeah.
And he at minimum can't have interference. He can cheat and still probably get away with it based on how the fans react to him, in the sense that he could probably stay a face even if he cheats. However, he can't have interference and still be a face, I don't think, in the sense that if you're going to talk all of that talk and then lie to the crowd, that is the biggest heel move. Like,
Yeah.
you can get away with a lot of other stuff, but if you look at the crowd and say, I'm going to do this, and then you don't, you start getting people turning on you. And if that's the way they want to go, they could still do that. But I don't suspect that they're going to go that way. As much more interesting as that would be than Roman just coming out to fake ass ones in the crowd. Yeah. And he just gets cheered no matter what kind of assholery he does in that ring.
Yeah. No, you're hitting on 100 on that one, man. We've talked about it many times. It's like CM Punk in Chicago. He can come do the most egregious thing and people will cheer his name.
Punk could go live in the ring and kill a puppy, and they would stand and clap and have him kiss his baby.
It's a weird world when it comes to wrestling.
Weird world. But I mean, that's how it works. And I'll get to, with the time that we have, though, just to kind of wrap up what I mean on the card, like, I was excited for SummerSlam, and now I'm a little less excited. Not because I'm less excited for the matches, but because, like, I'm starting to get just burnt out on the stories. And my hope for SummerSlam is that this will be a nice soft reset in the sense that we will end some things and we will start up some things, which is usually what we get at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that that's the case. We're ending Oba Brock, God willing. We're ending Seth and Roman, God willing. We don't need to end Punk Cody, I don't think. I don't think we need to end that yet. In the sense that there's still meat on that bone, especially depending on what they do to get there. Yeah. Gunther Aldis has got to be the end. Like, a lot of these things have to be the end so that new beginnings come about. And I was hoping for more of a go home that could send me into it doing that. Whoop, there goes my camera. That could send me into it doing that. And it just kind of didn't. At least it didn't from my perspective and like where I wanted it to be. But at the same time, like, am I less excited for SummerSlam? Not really. I'm the same excited for SummerSlam. Maybe a little less, like I said earlier. Only because the stories are more tried. But the matchups I'm still excited for. I
can agree with you. And I agree with you on that.
And bonus topic, because it got requested by our boss man. Please talk about that dead weight spot. What on earth was that kid thinking? What do you think happened? I have it pulled up over here. We have Oba Femi botch. Now, I saw some chatter online about this. And the chatter that I saw was trying to blame Oba for this. And the chatter online was like, oh, Oba should have went with the powerbomb when he went. You know, he needed to coach him better. The guy didn't know that he had to keep him up. Here's the thing with pop-up powerbombs. Yes, if you're throwing Kevin Owens as pop-up powerbomb, you would go right away like this guy was trying to do. But Oba has never thrown it that way for the most part. He's always connected and then went. And I guarantee you, with extras who are about to take a move, either they go through it and they practice to make sure that this doesn't make someone look like an idiot or hurt someone. Specifically the idiot. They don't care that much about the health of the extras, I promise you. They care about their superstars looking like idiots. Way more than they care about the extras' medical bills. Because the medical bills are less money than costing a superstar their glory.
Yeah.
I hate to say it that way, but it is. The second part to that, though, is either they practice it, or the extra says, yeah, I know what you do. I can take that. So at some point, this went through the extra. And if they claimed that they can do it and then fucked it up, that's on them. This isn't on Oba. At no point was this on Oba to me, actually.
I'm watching it on this 17-second clip.
Guy leaned
The
back.
guy leans back. He leans back almost like he's gonna try to whip a hurricanrana.
So he leaned
Like
back
when he gets up there, his first motion is like he's going
is to go
he's
back.
like trying to whip.
So generally speaking, especially the Kevin Owens pop-up powerbomb, if you watch Kevin Owens' pop-up powerbomb, he goes up, and as he comes back down, he does the powerbomb. He doesn't connect with it. That's the powerbomb that guy was trying to do.
Okay.
But Oba pops people up to stay there and then power bombs them because he does the last ride style. Now, but the other guy did the other one. Now, regardless of all of that, I think they saved the segment there. The only thing I will say that Oba should have thought goddamn twice about is kicking the guy afterwards. Because the problem with that now is the optics of you kicking a guy and saying, you fucked up my move live on TV is twofold bad. One, you just gave away the game that he fucked up. We already saw, but you covered it. We could have escaped this without you calling more attention to it and making it worse.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing. As a professional, you cannot call attention to it again. It's the same thing where Orton famously RKO'd Kingston, who was supposed to get punted or whatever the fuck, and he yelled, stupid, stupid. Orton gave away the game that it was a fuck up. We didn't know prior to that. Right?
Right.
Or if we did, we would only, oh yeah, he fucked up. He could have just claimed he didn't fuck up. It's that easy. If you cover it up, you don't even have to know. Fuck it.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
The other optic of it, and just to finish that off so we can get to the poll, the other optic of it that's bad for Oba is that he looks like a frustrated child to the internet when you do something like that. And when you do something like that after someone fucks up, instead of just yelling at them in the back behind, with not cameras on and everything like that, is that you can now be scrutinized by the entire internet and they can come to whatever fucking conclusions that they want. Because that's how the internet works. That is unfortunately how the internet works. The internet doesn't give a fuck about the truth. They give a fuck about the story.
Well,
that's it.
They care about our truth, but
Yeah, they some.
Yeah.
Some.
I don't know if you've seen all the comments, but yes, Kevin's right.
Yeah.
Some do care. Some do not.
Some do not.
Yeah. All right, Bruzy. So how's the world over there? Did you locate Toto?
Yeah, we're good. It's east of here, but I'm in the clear, so.
Yeah, fuck you, East people.
Yeah.
You guys are getting it now.
Fuck them.
When I was getting out, because the lightning and flickered the power, I was like, oh, let me go turn the computer off. Then I turned it back on, and I was like, oh, crap, I got to give away the results for this. I was like, how are they going to know the answer?
Well, we would have just put a pin in it like we always do. But let's get to that poll. So, Bruzy, we're going to throw it up there. You give the answer, give everything.
Alrighty, the answer is Stone Cold Steve Austin defeats Taker for the world title.
No shit.
June 28th, 1999. It was a 9.5 Nielsen rating. That's about 10.7 million viewers. Could you imagine that nowadays?
So 99, that wouldn't be Tyson.
That is the highest rated quarter hour in Raw history. Mankind versus The Rock was an 8.4 Nielsen rating. That's about 9 million. That's the highest rated non-wrestling segment in Raw history. Mike Tyson joining DX was 4.7 Nielsen rating. And Chris Jericho interrupts The Rock was roughly 6.8 Nielsen rating. Yeah. I'm surprised how high Jericho's was.
It's the promotion.
Yeah.
It's the promotion of it. You got that countdown going.
And the rub of the rock. The rub of the rock.
Yeah. You know what? I don't think it fucking had anything to do with The Rock.
Don't.
If I'm being honest. Because if we're thinking about things in a promotion way, like I was kind of saying earlier, I almost talked myself into going with Jericho too. Because the way that they promoted that countdown of like, hey, show up and there's a surprise. Hey, show up and there's a surprise. For fucking 2 months. So of course people are marking their fucking calendars as to when this thing is going to happen.
Now I remember it quite well. And I remember when I seen those letters hit Y2J, and I might have to say that I do recall before the announcement, before he even hit, weeks before, Rock was talking some shit about the countdown.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, that makes even more sense.
It helped.
What
Boy,
happened
yeah,
there.
it helped it.
Yeah, so I think, can you say that that's a rub?
I think it was a promotion
No, I
tactic.
don't think you can say
I
it's
think
a
it was a
rub, but
promotion tactic.
yeah, I would say, yep. I would go with that. He was definitely a hand in the promoting of it
Yep.
and getting it over before it was able to get over when everybody's seen it. Yeah, that was a pretty good one there, Bruzy.
I just noticed
definitely.
What's that? Keep going.
No, I was just gonna say definitely did not see Rock or Austin Taker being the actual winners of that.
Yeah.
I just
That
noticed I
kind of
kind of had
threw
the
me for
answer
a
on my.
loop.
I kind of had the answer on my shirt. I didn't even notice it. I've got
It is.
Taker, Austin right there.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Look at
That would
that
have been the one that I had. And actually, no, Tyson would have been the one I had in last. But I didn't know Austin Taker would have been number one though. God damn.
Yeah.
I would have
one's a
never
little
put that
wild.
one at one.
I
No.
guess that had to be the height of the. That had to be right after I guess Stephanie got crucified. Maybe I don't know. Right
That
around
could
that
have
area.
been. It would have been around that time probably. Probably the height
when
of
Austin
the
saved
height
her.
of the Stone Cold era.
Dude, I remember that summer. That was a gnarly summer for wrestling.
I didn't watch WWF then. I was WCW through and through.
Oh, I was watching WCW, but a Monday Night War, baby. I was flipping back and forth, not understanding any of the adult
Ramifications.
jokes they were saying anywhere, but being like, "Yeah, I agree too. Suck it. You can suck it. You can suck it. Everybody can."
Everybody can suck it.
Yeah, it was a great time back then. Everybody, you get a suck it. You get a suck it. Yeah, I like that, Bruzy. I like this little segment that you got going on with us. Definitely, Lola Vice is definitely getting called up next. We're getting Mean Metal Mike saying,
I don't hate that. I think that could be a thing.
yeah. I mean, I'm not going to disagree with you on that one. And I would enjoy her coming up to the main roster. I think that'd be a very smart play there. All right, Bruzy, you had to go and you came back in. So we had to cut your time a little shorter. Is there anything from this Raw you wanna hit before we go out with the fans and everything? So I can give you a little screen time there, Bruce.
Appreciate it. Actually, during the Oba Brock thing, I thought it was funny that Brock locked the cage when all they had to do was lift it 2 feet and he could crawl underneath and get Brock.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, okay. I mean, I understand.
There's a lot different with that segment.
There was a lot of issues with the beginning and the end of this.
It's I understand they're trying to make a point, and Oba following them was different. But Heyman's mic going out was funny. But also Oba was paying tribute to a from Darula to a king, since they were in L.A. for Rodney King beating up the cops. So he paid tribute to them.
Dude, that cop, I'm telling you, it looks like that motherfucker tried to whip a hurricanrana. I've seen 1,000 of them.
It did look like he was trying to whip a hurricanrana.
I had flashbacks to Brock Lesnar, Hardcore Holly landing on his neck, and I was like, oh no, pick him back up and do it right. And obviously he did. But
he also caught him to make sure he didn't die.
Yeah. He definitely made sure that dude did not land on his head.
Yeah.
Kevin also brought up the point, Bruzy, since you're on this moment right here, the kick after. Kevin saying that
I could tell.
That just makes you look really shitty because the internet is allowed to now have an opinion because of what he said afterwards.
I saw
what was your thoughts on that?
I saw that and I was like, nah, that wasn't normal. That was I'm pissed off because the spot looks stupid. It reminds me of kind of when Brock punched Braun Strowman that one time for making a mistake. But and also that goes into the next segment. You got about 10 cops out there, which obviously they're going to be wrestling students or local students for wrestling. Why couldn't they have them as enhancement talents and fight a match against the Vision instead of having Otis and what's his name? Tozawa go out there? It's like you could have built that match up for SummerSlam, and now it's just an injury angle, I guess.
I don't think
Otis.
they had room on the card. And because they didn't have room on the card, I actually don't.
Oh, you're talking about
what they
SummerSlam?
did.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I don't think they had room on the card. Now, granted, room on the card is subjective. They could have just added another fucking match.
Right.
But room on the card in their heads, because they have 6 matches per show already, and if they have 6 matches per show, that's kind of where they tend to stop. Even that's more than they usually fucking do.
True.
And that's 2 nights, so that's 12 matches in 2 days, which is way more than they usually do. I think they ran this injury angle so that Voice's prediction comes true.
I didn't hear what it was. Let me see if I can predict his prediction. Is it some kind of head injury angle where he thinks he's someone else and he's with the Vision or something? Okay.
No, it's simpler than that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think they did this angle to keep them off TV.
Okay.
And they keep them off TV so that they can have a triumphant return. And when they have a triumphant return, they win the titles.
Gotcha.
I think that's what's going to happen now. I didn't think it was going to happen as quick as Voice was kind of predicting, in the sense that I think Voice thought they were going to win it quick and they were going to catch this lightning in a bottle. I think instead what they're doing is writing them off TV so that Vision can have a longer reign, get Maxine onto her feet in the Vision, and then have them come back 3 months. Let's say 3 months.
Come back at Survivor Series and win it.
Something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, and Kevin's 100% right with my thinking on that. I thought they were it's just those moments you see when the fans get behind certain individuals. Mm-hmm. Sometimes the WWE makes that quick. They pull that trigger real quick, and that's what I thought they were doing. Kevin's right on that one, but now I do see it's probably going to be a longer draw, which works way better.
I think it does work way better here, especially because if they just kept them on TV doing the same shit over and over and over again, at some point we just don't care if they win.
Yeah.
But if we write them off, how can we miss you if you don't go away?
Yep.
100%. 100% on that one. Bruzy, final thoughts.
Out of the three Raws that I've seen now, it's the longest streak I've had watching Raw in a while. This was, I think, the worst Raw, but I think that's got a lot to do with the LA crowd, because they didn't like my boy Danhausen. But and what are they doing with Rusev? I don't know if you guys saw the video on Reddit where he just rolled out of the ring and walked out after he got pinned by Javon Evans. It was like, reminded me of Austin Theory when he got pinned by John.
Oh, you're talking about not Austin Theory, Austin Aries.
So thank you, Austin Aries. Yes, back I think it was TNA a few years ago. But
it was.
I'm just like, I don't know. Rusev's always one of those wrestlers I like, but he's just, I don't know. Nothing happens with him.
I don't think there was any need for him to be out there any longer, especially when you have Javon Evans out there. Yeah, that one I haven't heard anything about. I know what you're talking about, because when I was watching it live, I was like, why the fuck did he roll out so quick?
Yeah,
I mean, that kind of like eludes the OG cutter,
right?
I mean, it kind of just makes it meaningless if you're going to.
But
I honestly think with Javon Evans, they were starting to get the crowd pumped up a little bit through that match, because if you notice halfway through,
they could have rushed him
out. Yeah, the crowd started actually getting into it. So I think it had to play with that. That's where I'm going until I hear otherwise.
I also think they've been doing a lot with Rusev recently and making him look good.
Yeah.
So I can't see this being an anger thing. This to me screamed, oh shit, we've overbooked the show. Uh-oh, we got to get to the next thing.
Yeah.
So then the ref told him, get the fuck out of the ring. So what'd he do? He got the fuck out of the ring. Because I've had to do that before too, where it's like, well, show's going 3 hours and we got 3 more goddamn matches. We got to get these people out of here at some point. Get the fuck out of the ring.
Yeah.
True.
And then they allowed Evans to get his like 30 seconds of,
Yeah.
celebration, and then
Yeah.
it was out.
Yeah.
So I think that's where it's at. Sometimes the internet reads too far into things, which I've gotten trapped into that.
Internet likes to go on its,
Internet be
on its
interneting.
journeys.
Let's hit this for the final topic. We'll
Sure.
put a pin in everything else. Mean Metal Mike has asked twice, what is going on with Bailey? Thoughts, guys?
She's gonna be a coach. I think she's gonna wrap up in-ring career and go be a coach. Do I think that there's a possibility she could go to AEW? Maybe. But I think it depends on where she sees herself and where she sees her body. I don't know what that feels like these days. I'm not her. But I think usually, and I think I talked to one of my buddies about this. I think she's going to be the next Sarah Del Rey. For those of you who do not know, Sarah Del Rey is the most prolific women's trainer that the WWE has ever had. I think Bailey will be the next one of that, whether that is now or in a couple years.
Yeah. No, I'm there with you. Again, like with the Rusev topic, until I hear Bailey say what she's going to do, I can't. I hope she's just taking some time off, because I still like seeing Bailey matches. I like Bailey. I think she's one of the shiny spots of the women's division, even without a title. And I would love to see her in some type of coaching role. And if AEW was smart and they could, move some things around, it would be smart to get her on your roster.
Yeah.
I mean, that the women's division they have
even
there,
just to help out people.
Exactly, Kevin. Yeah, you're where I'm at. Bruzy, did you have any thoughts on Bailey?
Not particularly. I think whatever she does, she'll be fun. I think she'd be great as a trainer. She'd be good. She goes to AEW. She keeps doing what she's doing now. I mean, I would like to see her eventually get back into like a main event type role, but I really have no other thoughts.
Fair.
All right. Well, we will put a pin in this show until we have another Raw, in which that'll be right after SummerSlam. So we'll have a lot to talk about, guys. This will be a big one. We'll give you some SummerSlam thoughts. We'll see what everybody's schedule looks like. Maybe we can get like 10, 15 minutes earlier so we can, just go over some of the SummerSlam things that we love. We will be, I don't know if, is IYH covering any of the SummerSlam?
I don't think so.
Have we talked about it?
We haven't talked about it.
So there's always a chance. You never know what In Your House does. But
never know what we'll do.
You can find out what my friends are doing. And Kevin, let them know where they can find you.
You can follow me and Kevin Kalloway on Facebook. You can follow me at Kalloway Kevin on Instagram. You can also follow me at twitch.tv/Kevin Kalloway Pro. I will be streaming Thursday and Friday this week before going up north for the
What
weekend.
games?
Probably Silk Song on Thursday, and probably just a random roguelike that I decide on Friday. Maybe I was feeling some Binding of Isaac. Maybe some Binding of Isaac on Friday.
Kevin always says the titles so he's just in character, and I just love it. I wish people would pay him just to say their game titles. All right, Bruzy, where can they find you? They know where to find Kevin, but where can they find the Brewster?
You can find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/Bruzy. Also have a secondary channel on TikTok called The Retro Recluse. And you can actually find me on Facebook under my printing services, Piedmont Industrial Print. Any kind of printing, merchandise, anything, feel free to reach over there and send me a message, and I can get you set up with some print merch.
Beautiful. And yeah, let him know you discovered him through us, or if you didn't, lie to him. He doesn't know.
I won't know.
Whatever you type, he won't know. So let him know IYH sent you. And, fans, support my friends. Support anybody who's a part of In Your House, the household, all that. Everybody does such great work on their own. And then when they combined into the In Your House network, the work just amplifies and goes bigger. Speaking of the work, 6:15 is when we go live for the Tuesday show every Tuesday where we discuss Monday Night Raw. I discuss it with my friend Kevin Kalloway and our friend Bruzy. And Bruzy will give you some facts and we'll talk about it. We'll put it in a poll form. And if you don't like that, well, drop us a message on the website inyourhouse.com and tell us your suggestion. And, we'll look at it. We might giggle. We might even do what you suggest. You never know. But you can always stop in here on Tuesdays at 6:15 when we talk Monday Night Raw. Do you like WCW? Do you like cowboy hats? Do you like Mongo McMichael having a little dog in costumes for at least the first 20 minutes of the WCW Nitros? Well, you can join me in house where we talk about it, we laugh about it, and we wonder why the fuck did they do this? Eric Bischoff looked like he wanted to murder that dog every time he's seen it. So come join me in house at 6 p.m. on a Wednesday when we watch That's It, WCW. Outside of that, guys, we have an AEW show that was started by you fans because you guys said we need to talk AEW. We did one. It's the AEW Dynamite. Yeah, it's a fun show. It's a great show. It's an OG Tony house and voice show where we sit around and we talk AEW Dynamite. We tell you what we love, we tell you what we loathe, and everything in between. And that's where you guys come in, where you guys give us your opinions and your thoughts. The AEW chat has gotten wild lately. Everybody's giving their opinions. Everybody has something to say about AEW. So come be a part of that. That is 6 p.m. on a Thursday where you can catch OG Tony, House, and me when we talk AEW Dynamite. Fans, there's so much going on here at In Your House. Go to Goalie Nutrition, drop the promo code IYH, get your 25% off everything that you can put in a cart. Also, go and check our website out. We have friends out there. We have rib shot links. We have Gonzo Sports Room and Wrestling Room links. Check them out on Mondays and Fridays where they cover Raw right after Raw. Last night was the kickoff show. It was a good show. These guys they broke down every match. It was a half an hour show, bite size, ready to easily digest and get all your information about Monday Night Raw. Stop in on Friday night right after SmackDown where they do it again. It's OG Tony and Chris Gonzo out of the Gonzo Sports Room and Wrestling Room. They have teamed up within your house and they are doing their own show. I don't even have to do stuff. I had to set up the studio. That's it. They hit go, they go with it, and it's a great show. So fans, what I'm telling you, check out our website, inyourhouse.com. You will find all this information that I've rambled about at probably an easier pace than listening to me. So you'll be able to stroll at your own pace and find the blogs that Kevin does. We have so much. The brand new episodes are always up there, usually a day after they go live. Go check it out. You'll see what I'm talking about. Stop in here next Tuesday at 6:15 when we talk Monday Night Raw. And for my friends, Kevin Kalloway and Bruzy, we'll see you next time at In Your House for the Raw review show on a Tuesday. Bye.